What is up, everybody? It's ADB95, and welcome to Revan vs. Seifer, another match of the Hogs League 2025. This is the match that could very well decide the winner of this group, because Revan and Seifer are currently both on 6 points, 2 wins per each. Although this is a week 4 match, so maybe I'm missing one of them not skipping yet. I have to double check. Anyway, we see Seifer with the couple. I did not check before starting the recording which maps they're gonna play. I will do it right now. And Revan vs. Seifer are going to Pigs in Space first, then Cold Front and Over the Top. So two relatively close range, well, not much relatively for Pigs in Space. It's just Cold Front is a complicated map. Close range for the first two. And then Over the Top if we go to Game 3, which usually is a very exciting map. We see Seifer go first with his medic. That explained a couple for him. Oh. He spotted the medic on... not too far, not too close. I think he's not gonna be able to fire the Trank in time with this raid. Oh, maybe from a distance? And that should be good, okay. I always forget that now you don't have to body block the medic. So, you can fire it from a distance. You'll just be fine. Let's see whether Seifer will go for the same target with the Grenadier. I'm assuming so. Once the Trank is out, you gotta take out the enemy medic. 120, the cluster cannot kill on its own, and near perfect hit will set up the medic for a poison skip that would be impossible to avoid for Revan. And that is probably good, because if you get 105, which is the maximum, you just throw the medic out of poison range. And that was not a perfect hit. But the question is whether that did less than 95, which would put the medic out of poison range. On the other way. On the other side. Revan mimicking the same thing. That was a very, very good hit. But medic is on 47, so not as good as it looked, honestly. And you see Seifer is checking the enemy health. 27, that means that to set up that medic for a skip, you need 2 head jumps, which I think, looking at Seifer's pig's positioning, will have to be done by the scout himself before poisoning, I'm assuming. Or just kill the medic, which is the easier way. I wonder if I was just blabbering about poison for 2 minutes and Seifer doesn't have a scout. No, he does have a scout, because there's only 4 X's when Revan is moving, so that means the scout is there, which means that Seifer deliberately chose to not worry about skipping. Oh yeah, but the scout is on the island. I guess there was this guy, the sapper that's about to take a shrapnel, that would have been able to do the 2 head jumps. But I'll stop talking about the medic now. Let's see with the shrapnel. Revan is pretty good at those, and it's a 90. Plus the mine, which is probably not going to get any extra damage, but still. A devastating hit for Seifer at a moment in the game where he pretty much needs to replicate it. Because in the economy of this match, he went first on Pigs in Space. He cannot afford to lose it. Oh, what? think he was seriously considering going for a crazy self-hit to try to get big damage on the Grenadier. That would have made much sense, because first of all, the Sapper was still on 40, so would have been a bit of a waste. But changed his mind, rightfully so, last minute for a TNT. Let's see, does Revan Scout have a target? Because I feel like he didn't set up anyone for a skip. He's gonna go for the Grenadier? Oh no, the Para. Oh, maybe a double with the guy next to the water, which I believe is the medic. And that is a fantastic not double, because I spoke too soon. The poison cloud didn't hit the medic. I did appreciate the effort. That was a very good throw, though. Now let's see. Seifer will have to find another target himself, because I see. I am sorry for the poison position in the menu. I swear I tried to keep the important weapons as much as I could to the right spot, but I guess the poison gas is the one that everyone will stumble upon right now. So Seifer got this, the poison on the Grenadier. I lost track of the HP of all of the poisoned pigs, and frankly, all of them, including the non-poisoned one. I'm joking. I know that guy's on 40-something, and he's about to die if this hit connects, and it absolutely does. To the point where a player like Revan could have even thought about not using an airburst on a 47 HP pig that was next to the water. These are the kind of things that you only ask to very, very skilled players, though. Which Revan is one, just saying. Now, this is a very tough shot as well. You need to deal less than 55, between 45 and 54 on that Grenadier with a weapon that you usually do not use to deal suboptimal damage, and therefore you do not know the range of, which is the high explosive grenade. Let's see, that is perfect! It's a 46, so the Grenadier will skip. Very well played by Seifer. Answering Revan's moves back to back. I feel like the only mistake so far was from Seifer, not exploiting the 27 on the medic, but everything else was pretty good for both players, showing that they deserve to be ahead in Group A right now. Now, Seifer going for a body block separation here. And on this guy that, for reasons I don't remember, still had all of 3 of his jetpacks and decided to use them all right now, of course, because he's poisoned. He had to. I know Revan, he was not gonna have another turn. And pretty much rained hell on that scout. I'm assuming he was still on full HP, otherwise we would have had the game show his low HP animation. Because he did take about 100 damage. And let's see, we see the setup for Revan, and it was just a 30. And then the classic shameful move of moving away the camera so you don't see the 30. I find it very funny every time. So, Seifer taking out the scout, I can tell with 100% confidence that this TNT will take him out. I think you don't even need a TNT, if I'm honest, but making sure is the best way to do it. I don't know why he is tiptoeing on this TNT so much. That was too many T's in one sentence. So Revan's scout is down. So let's see, we got Gunner, And I think that's a scout against 3 or 4. I can't count right now. Against 4 pigs from Seifer, because he also got a scout. Revan going with his usual, by now, signature move of checking for the blimp. And I think he counted his turns right. He's hitting this paratrooper now to put him in poison range for next turn. Oh, then the building exploded. I see Seifer very much an advantage. Which makes sense, because he did go first, but it's a thin advantage. It's something that could still go the other way with a mistake or something. Let's see. Poison the 95 the 115, which became a 95. No, 110, which became a 95. Whatever, you got the point. I got lost in the math. So Revan has a timer on this guy now. Oh, Revan only has 2 pigs. Okay. I thought he was a scout, but it was a sapper before. When I said to with a scout. Nice move here. Going for the self-body block after the TNT. And what is Seifer doing with a rifle on his hand with... What? Oh, really? Oh, the gunner's still on 150. This might not be over. This might be still... Oh, come on. This is making me nervous. But that's a hit. I don't know if doing this was a good idea, though. Would have much rather hit, for example, what's it called? A roller grenade on the poison sapper. Since, yes, he is close to your pig, but not close enough for a roller grenade, I feel. And that's a skip for Revan. Which puts him on a 3v2 situation, but both of our pigs are significantly healthier than Seifer's. I think the best pig that Seifer has is this scout, which is on 97, but not for long. And this is the kind of situation where you want to distribute damage in a good way if you're Revan, because having 2 pigs versus 3 makes it easier to body block, but as I say that, Revan disregards it completely by going for a TNT on the 40 HP sapper. This could be an extra, I feel like 16? 17. On the scout, which puts him on a... Oh, wait! He was what? Way lower than I thought. Must have missed something. Yeah, this is a crucial mistake for Seifer right now. He needs to snipe. He needs to snipe the sapper. He needed to snipe the sapper, which would have prepared him for a skip, considering that the guy he's body blocking would have gone next. And now this is pretty much a win for Revan, because he's got 2 poison pigs, but yeah, it's gonna be hard. I mean, technically it's still possible for Seifer to get a skip on the next turn. He would need 5 head jumps and a high explosive grenade. This is the deciding turn, everybody. To stay in this game, Seifer needs 5 head jumps. That's the 3rd one. And a high explosive grenade. Oh no, it's a miss! He's still missing 2. It's another miss! Get the weapon out! No, the long slip! Oh my god. What is this slip? What is this slip? Manages to get the grenade out, but it's not gonna be a 60. And it wasn't even enough because he was still missing 1 jump. What a crazy turn of events. What an absolutely crazy turn of events. Seifer absolutely needed that extra turn because now he's on 50 HP and a mortar will close it. I have never seen a Pigs in Space being so harsh in terms of slippery land to anyone before, and Pigs in Space is one of the maps that has been in the pool since the very goddamn beginning in 2020. Good move from Seifer in trying to put pressure on Revan. Because he still needs to get this mortar out to win it. And it feels like kind of a reference to put himself up there, because he would... Oh, wait. Oh, he's on 34. I thought he was higher. So, Revan can still lose this if he doesn't hit the shot. He needs a 50, let's go. It is a full 50, which shoves the pig away, so exactly how much he needed for the win. Revan takes game 1. What an insane finish on Pigs in Space. I have never seen a Pigs in Space like this in years. Woo, boy. Okay, I guess we'll slowly take a break and go to map 2, everybody. And welcome back to map 2. We are about to go to Cold Front with Revan going first, which puts him as on a massive advantage. And I still can't believe that crazy finish on Pigs in Space. It's almost poetic. A slip coming back to help Revan after, you know, the famous moment that happened in 2021. But just ridiculous finish there. Revan is in front. He's going first on Cold Front. And Cold Front is a map that we haven't seen in a while. It's a tricky map considering we have medicine darts on it. It's always tricky to manage them tactically when a placed crate is there from the beginning that contains healing weapons. But it's definitely harder for Seifer since he needs to go second. Let's see how many takes we need to make Revan go first. There we go. Just 2 restarts. Not bad. Now, I believe there is enough time to go grab the medicine darts and go get the tranquilizer out. I'm not sure if I support this choice to go for the self-heal instead. I mean, Seifer has the medic going first too, so that means Revan will get another turn with another blue pig that will probably go grab the medicine darts. Maybe he was able to spot where his second pig is, and it's relatively close, so yeah. If Revan was able to plan out 2 turns just by looking at the first spawns, GG on him. Because now he has a massive advantage over Seifer. He collected the 2 most important healing weapons on this map. And he's going ham on the medic already. Doesn't want to let him move. I'm not sure if he was trying to create a body block out of this. I don't think it will happen. I think, yeah, it's gonna be over. Not super sure about the choice of shoving him that way with the TNT, though. I feel like if you want to have him... Yeah, exactly. That's what's gonna happen now, because Seifer will, with a simple jetpack, make these 2 go close together. Maybe not, because he had to make the jetpack a little bit longer just to collect the heavy machine gun on top. That's a very good collection. that weapon rarely even gets acknowledged by anyone, because you need it's the only weapon that you need a jetpack for in this map. But as a result, the jetpack knockback itself was not so good. So the medics are still not completely body blocked, which would have been very helpful to Seifer if he managed to do it. Revan going for a mine, then collecting 10 HP crate, because why not? But does he have enough time to do something else? Because shrapnels are pretty tough on this one. See, it's a long range. That's definitely too much. Yeah. So, that's a first mistake from Revan in this match, I believe, because that turn just showed you that going for that 10 HP crate was definitely not worth it. Let's see if the turn where Revan only dealt 20 damage is enough for Seifer to try to get back into this game. Still trying to make the medics closer. He should have just enough time to place this TNT. And also putting Revan Sapper in a quite dangerous position, because there is one very slippery area in that side of the map. The kind of slippery that will just make you slide out of the skybox if you're not careful. Oh, look at this scout looking over everyone in this very nice position for a sniper. In fact, it's a very clean snipe. With the Orderly on 31 and Revan's medic still going first, I think that will be an easy kill for him. If he doesn't want to risk the triple hit with the rifle burst, he can just do one head jump and go for the rocket launcher, or for the grenade launcher, or 2 hits, I guess. I feel like a very good move for Seifer would be to poison the medic right now. Oh yeah, no, I forgot about the medicine darts, my bad. Yeah. He could have gone for a double there. You saw him look up to the scout, but then it would have just been running up to with a healing hands for him. Because I was thinking, if the medic has to kill the other medic, he can't heal himself, so a poison would be very good as a move. But then you remember that there's medicine darts in favor of Revan too, with the first sapper. So, and now this gunner with a 44 hits, the crates in there are still not collected? Am I tripping? Did I not see anyone collect them? Oh yeah, they're still there. Homing missile and rocket launcher, not a huge deal for a gunner, if you ask me, but still better to collect them than to have someone else take it. Especially the rocket launcher. It's a guaranteed 50 that can come in handy in dangerous situation where you're maybe not too confident with the mortar or in slippery tiles management like that one. And he's gonna go for a 50 hit on the medic. I feel like that was... Oh wait, he was on 75? 65 I mean? Huh, I completely lost track of that. I did not know that the medic was that low. In that case, he should have gone for just a... what's this called? An airburst, and maybe that would have been enough to kill. 65 with an airburst is definitely possible. Tough on this map, but doable, I guess. That's very brave of Revan to go for this now. He knows that he doesn't need to be close to kill the medics, so he goes for a heal, manages to snatch that extra 20 just for optimization and then kills the medic. Very, very nice move by Revan. It takes guts to do this. Now, the obvious move would be to use a jetpack to kill for this guy, but then the less obvious move would be to just dish the 2 jetpacks on the sapper and then go for a double hit on with the heavy machine gun for maximum damage. Although how did he come? What? What is that sapper's positioning? You need to get closer, man. Oh. Just manages to shoot in time. The medic is still safe. Big damage to the sapper. But honestly, I would have gone for a heavy machine gun to try to get the medic as well. It was definitely possible. You just had to run up to the sapper, aim for the medic, and I guess hope for the best. Revan's still sitting on his full team of 5 pigs, while I believe Seifer is down to 4. Yeah, he just confirmed that with the scout. Let's see the shrapnel. And that was, I want to say, a 70. It was definitely more than 50, because I saw multiple 20s. And honestly, hitting a 70, like, even if it's quote-unquote just a 70 on this map, because it's a snowy map, it's still something remarkable. And that might have just been crucial, too, for Revan's game. Yeah, Seifer is going to, for this move, which I feel like is kind of a Hail Mary at this point, but he needs to go for it. Never mind, he changes his mind last minute for a shrapnel to try to go for big damage the hard way instead, and only manages to get a 50. I thought he was trying to get him out of bounds with the slippery area that I was talking about before. Oh yeah, he needed to prevent this. He needed to kill this sapper one way or another, because I feel like this could potentially close the game for Revan. That's a big damage TNT, even though a bit of self-damage on the gunner, but he will absolutely be okay with that. And only 18 to the gunner. And Scout is down, which means no poison. Not a very good situation for Seifer, and it is definitely hard to try a comeback after that pigs in space. Even mentally, it's a very tough situation for Seifer. But let's see, maybe this is not over yet, because Revan's pigs are fairly low, except for Bastille there. And interestingly, Seifer is going to spread the damage even more by going for Bastille. I think that was 40 plus 16. I didn't see the first number, but that was decent. Oh, but there's this guy too. 130. And that's a clean 15. That's not an easy shot, by the way. Throwing a poison from a high ground is tougher than it looks, because the grenade just picks up speed in a way that you just gotta hit where the pig is. Because getting a good rebound out of it is a very tough endeavor. Seifer thinking a lot about this move, but it was the right move. We need to kill this medic and possibly grab his self-heal, maybe? Yeah, but I know Revan, he will absolutely go for it. Oh, maybe? He absolutely needs to prevent Seifer to from grabbing anything heal related. So honestly, you could even go for a self. You could even go for a self heal right now. What is he? Oh, okay. That's exactly what he's doing. Plus 50 for Revan. Seifer is left with a very tough situation. See, in this moment of the game, Revan decided to go grab that self-heal, probably solely because of that poison pig. Because taking away healing from Seifer when the only poisoned pig on the field is a red one just makes it harder for Seifer to even think about a comeback. That was a very good parkouring, by the way. It was very easy to get stuck, fall down, and get self-damage from that TNT. What are they trying to look for? Not sure. I don't know what that guy had, but we'll find out because Revan is not going to let any crates stay on the battlefield. Oh, it was the medicine dart, okay. Alright. I do understand the sentiment here. Revan wants to... Seifer is trying to spread the damage without getting kills to make it an easier comeback later. But Revan is just ramping up the healing to prevent that from happening. And if he can do that up until the point where this guy will skip, because that will definitely happen, I feel like that is going to be impossible for Seifer to get a comeback. Maybe this guy can get out of bounds with a right slip? No, there's no way. It's too hilly. And he's gonna go inside the building? No, he just stopped outside of it. Bring this guy down to 80. So again, Seifer is clearly trying to spread the damage as much as possible. I don't know if that's beneficial at this point, though. Because Revan can just poison another guy. This guy's out of jetpacks. He's on 130, yes, but very much out of hope rather than weapons. I mean, also out of those, but he should still have a heavy machine gun, though. And it should be doable to get a double hit from here, I think. No, probably not. Oh yeah, the other gunner is on the way. It was not possible. I think it's at this point where this guy is still on 126. I think this is what makes the difference for Revan right now. The super healthy pig is 126 gunner that still has his airburst versus Seifer's 130 HP paratrooper, which is out of jetpacks and only has a heavy machine gun as his best weapon. And that's a skip. I completely forgot that this guy also had a sniper rifle just for this perfect opportunity for a skip, and I feel like we're close to the point where it's impossible to come back for Seifer. Yeah, look at this. Smart decision by Revan. Don't go for the shrapnel on the guy you definitely cannot skip right now and just try to go for the paratrooper. Goes for his setup. The height difference is a bit confusing, but it is a 90! No, wait, 110! Which closes the game completely. Revan will take this game 2-0. Frankly, ridiculous shrapnel game for Revan. He was already a very, very good tactical and technical player, but this year he ramped up his shrapnel and mortar game to frankly a level that was hard to even predict. And yeah, what I'm trying to say is he's 100% a title contender, which was already known. That was the point, but this proves it even more. And what an unbelievable performance from Revan, taking the game 2-0 against Seifer, and of course it's not decided yet, but setting a foot on the first place in Group A. GG to both, but very, very, very strong game from Revan, winning with Bastille. Celebrating on Cold Front, and I don't know, I feel like Seifer did not go too bad, did not play that bad, but Revan was just unplayable today. Revan was and is at the top of his form. It's gonna take a ton of skill to take him down. We'll see if someone can do it before or after the playoffs. But that's it for me. We'll see you guys in the next match.